Hi guys, I'm going to start now by looking at the warm-up questions. So we got here x squared minus x minus 12 equals to 0. We need to solve this question. So to solve this question, I need all the factors, right, that multiply to give me 12. And remember, it need to add together to give me minus 1. So let's look at the factors of 12. So it's 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. So by looking at this here, the only one that can give me minus 12 and also minus 1. So if I do my pair brackets, so it's going to be x, x, and then inside it's going to be minus 4 plus 3. If I multiply that out, you can see that will give me a minus x. So now I need to solve this. Remember, that's equal to 0. We need to solve. So we got x minus 4 equals to 0. X equals to 4. That's one solution. And you got x plus 3 equals to 0. This. So x equals to minus 3. So the two solutions are 4 and minus 3 for x. Okay, so that's warm-up question solved. Next question we're looking at now. We're looking at completing the square. So we're looking at completing the square for x squared minus 4x. And I've put that in red for you to pay particular attention to that. Plus 6. So if we look carefully here, we need to make sure we can get x squared. So step 1, what I'm going to do is off the coefficient in front of x. So that's going to give me x minus 2, and I'm going to square that. If I then square that, what's that going to give me? That's going to give me an extra 4. So basically, to complete this, so I can get 6, when I multiply this out, I'm going to get 4, so it's going to be plus 2. So the key thing here, when I multiply this out, I'm going to get x squared minus 4x plus 4. But I need to get, for completing the square, I need to get 6. So basically I need to add an extra 2. So the answer here is that's my answer. Okay. Next question we're going to look at here. We're going to look at simplifying 4 over x minus 3 over 2x. So this work normally like normal fractions. So what we need to do is to make sure we find the denominator is the same. So to make sure the denominator need the same, I need to times the x by 2 by 2. So if I times that 4 by 2, I get 8 over 2x minus 3 over 2x. So you notice the denominator is the same, so I can just take away the numerator now. So this is going to give me 5 over 2x. Next set of questions, we got root 2 root 3 times 5 root 3 plus root 27. So if I look at root 27, I can see that this I can break down. So if I rewrite this again, 2 root 3 bracket 5 root 3 plus 3 times 9 over root 3. I then can simplify that as 2 root 3 5 root 3 plus 3 root 3. So basically I can add like terms. So basically I got 2 root 3 bracket. So 3 plus 2, that's going to give me 8 root 3. And then I just want to multiply this out to show all the students what happening here. It's 2 times root 3 times by 8 times by root 3. So my answer is 2 times 16, 2 times 8. 16 times 3. So the answer is 48. Equals to 48. Next one here, work out the gradient. So if we look at the equation first, y equals to mx plus c. So to work out the gradient here, you can see the gradient of the line. This is not in that format, so I'm going to change it. So you got 10y minus 2x plus equals to 4. So I need to get all the x's on one side, and so I can isolate. So we got 10y equals to 4. Take the 2x to the next side, it becomes plus 2x. And then my next step is divide through by 10. So if I divide through by 10, we'll end up with y equals to 4 over 10 plus 2 over 10x. So my gradient is y equals to 2 over 10, which is 1/5. My gradient is 1/5. So everyone is clear that the square root of x is the same as x to the power half. So if we're thinking about that, the square root, so it'll go through every stages. So square root of 25 equals to 5. Half the powers, so that's a to the power 3, b to the power of 1, which is the same as b. So the key thing is here is to remember that the square root is the same as raising to the power half. Product of its prime, so basically 54. So you got 2, 27, 3, and 9, 3, and 3. So product of its prime, the word product mean times, so you got, if I write this out, you got 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. It's 2 to the times 3 to the power of 3. So that's the warm-up question. Now let's just go through now and start looking at the exam questions. So exam questions are, again, the first exam question here, it says find the equation of the line. Find an equation for L. So y equals to mx plus c. This case here, m is the gradient of the line, and that's where the line crosses the y-axis. So if we first identify the gradient of the line, so run is 1, rise is 3, and the line crosses at 6. So the equation for this line is y equals to 3 over 1x minus 6, which you can just write y equals to 3x minus 6. Next question is a Venn diagram. So it says here, the first set of questions asks us to work out A union B. So everything in A and B, so we got 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 18. Okay. Intercept. So the two that is intercept is 12 and 18. So union is everything. Intercept is just what O in both of them. It says here, one of the number in the diagram is chosen at random. Find the probability that the number is in set in not is A dash, so not A. So you can see here not A. So if I not A, so it's everything that is not in A. So it would be 10, 14, 16, 11, 13, 17, 19. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 out of 10. Solve the equation. So treat this like a normal equation. So what I'm going to do here is take 5 from both sides. So left with 4n equals to 17. Keep the sign, then divide by 4. Divide by 4. So on this side you're going to have n is greater than 4.25. So n is greater than 4.25. Now what we got here, it says work out the area of the shaded region of this shape. So first of all, if I enclose all of that, I get a rectangle. So rectangle, work out the area of the rectangle, and if you notice, this white area here is a trapezium. So this bit is a trapezium. So work out the area. Got 5 times 10, 50 centimeter square. Always remember to put your unit in. Then the trapezium, you got 5 plus 10 divided by 2 times by 4 equals to 30 centimeters square. Then find the difference. So the shaded region is going to be 50 minus 30, which equals to 20 centimeter square. Okay, the Singh family and the Peterson family goes to cinema. The Singh family buy 2 adult tickets and 3 children tickets. They pay £28.20. Peterson, 3 adult, 5 children, which costs $44.75. So break this down into what you know. So this is a simultaneous equation. So we got here 2a plus 3c equals to 28.20. We also got 3a plus 5c equals to 44.75. So my next step here, we need to get one of these equations, right, to have the same a or c. So I'm going to multiply equation 1. I'm going to multiply by 3. Equation 2, I'm going to multiply by 2. So to get my new sets of equation now, it's going to be 6a plus 9c equals to 84.6, and 6a minus 10 plus 10c, equals to 89.5. So I'm going to take I'm going to subtract smaller equation from the bigger one to eliminate a. So 6a from 6a, that goes. 9c from c, that leave me with 1c. So c equals to 4.90. So 4.90. So the child is 4.90. So now I'm going to say 2a plus 3 times 4.9 equals to 28.2. A equals to 28.2 minus 14.7 A equals to 6.75. So C equals to £4.90. So adult is £6.75, child is £4.90. Okay, looking at the next question here, we got the next question is it says here is 5 term in a quadratic sequence. So anything to do with quadratic, you got n square. So 1 square is 1, then 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So if we look at this here, we can see here, take the difference, take the n square out, take the difference out. we can see we left with, take 1 from this, we left with 1. So if we look at this here, you can see that taking away n square from the original. So we got 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. So the n term for the new sequence is going to be 2 minus n. So if we put all of this together, the sequence is going to be n square minus n plus 2. So that's the nth term. So midpoint, find the midpoint. So the midpoint for this is going to be y equals to x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. And then all I'm going to do now is to work this out by saying that's my x1, y1, x2, y2. So it's going to be 6 plus minus 2 over 2. And it's going to be 1 plus 5 over 2. So your answer, what 6 plus minus 2 is 4 over 2 is 2. 1 plus 5, that's 6 over. So the answer is 2, 3, the midpoint. So we now know that the midpoint is 2, 3. Now the next question says find the equation of the line through M that is perpendicular to y equals to minus half x plus 4. We know that minus a half times 2 equals to minus 1. So to work out the perpendicular, so the perpendicular at a right angle, if the reciprocal basically of each other. So if I multiply out, I need to get minus 1. So the gradient is going to give me, the gradient of the line is going to give me y equals to 2x plus c. So we now need to substitute M, which is the midpoint. So it says the midpoint of AC. So the midpoint is 2, 3. So we got, that's my x, that's my y. So we got 3 equals to 2 times 2 plus c. So 2 times 2 is 4. So 3 equals to 4 plus c. C equals to 4 from 3, is that c equals to minus 1. So the equation is y equals to 2x minus 1. Because the equation of a straight line is y equals to mx plus c. Next question here. The surface gravity of a planet can be worked out using the formula where gravity is equal to 6.67 times 10 to the minus 11 m over r square. So we're given all that information here. So write out all the information that you're given. So E, which is Earth, equals to 6.67 times 10 to the minus 11 m, and m is 5.98 times 10 to the 24 over 6.378 times 10 to the power 6 square. All of that in your calculator should give you 9.81. Then the next part of this is going to be Jupiter, which is going to be similar and do exactly the same. So if I do exactly the same for Jupiter is going to give me 6.67 times 10 to the minus 11 over brackets 1.9 times 10 to the power 24 all over 7.149 times 10 to the power 7 square. All of that in the calculator gives you 24.8. So the work out the ratio 1 to n is going to be 24.8 over 9.81, 2.53. So 1 to n is going to get 1 to 2.53.